Welcome to the 15th Nigerian Diaspora Day virtual event. We are so happy to have you. My name is Dr. Sheon Adigun. I am the first African to compete in both the Summer and Winter Olympic Games. I am also the driver of the historic Nigerian women's bobsled team and a chiropractor and biomechanist. So we are in for a treat today. Now joining us from Abuja, the chairman and CEO of NIDCOM, Nigerian Diaspora Commission, Honorable Abike Dagri Erewa.
Welcome everybody to this year's Diaspora Day celebration. We're happy to celebrate the 15th Nigerian National Diaspora Day, which will be the second that NIDCOM as an agency will be celebrating. Well, thanks to COVID-19, here we are doing the first ever webinar. This year's theme, leveraging diaspora resources for national development in a COVID-19 era, is of course very appropriate. And we hope that the activities we have executed, those that are ongoing, and the ones that are yet to take off are all definitive of this theme. Our interactions today is expected to mobilize you to key into some of the programs and chart improved or better ways on how to achieve them. We hope that at the end of the day, we would have motivated the Nigerians in the diaspora on deployment of diaspora investments and entrepreneurship to assist with the post-COVID-19 recovery process, especially as diaspora home remittances, which sustains livelihoods, are likely to be impacted negatively. We're working on what we call the Diaspora Merit Award, which will celebrate Nigerians in the diaspora. It should have held this year, but for COVID-19, but by God's grace, I'm sure we'll do the first edition next year. But we're also glad that we have a lot of success stories about Nigerians in the diaspora, and that's why we have the Diaspora Accolades, where we celebrate every one of you for the great things you are doing all over the world. Our keynote speaker today, Masai Ujiri, is a renowned figure. He's an international, highly respected, successful professional in the field of sports, particularly basketball. Ujiri has done things to elevate the lives of a lot of Nigerian youth. So we thank you, Mr. Ujiri, and I hope that we'll all continue to work together to deploy our human resources, everything we can do to build a better place. Let's do everything to build a Nigeria of our dream.
This celebration will further enable constructive interface and dialogue between Nigerian professionals, the academia, and experts in diaspora when available opportunities and developmental initiatives, programs and projects to be executed as part of the contributions of Nigerians in diaspora towards the socio-economic, cultural, and political development of their fatherland. I therefore call on all Nigerians in diaspora to join hands with the federal government of Nigeria and the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission by contributing their resources, skills, and talents for national development. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which I represent on its part, will continue to stress the importance of engaging with the Nigerians in diaspora at the state, national, and international levels in advocating the diaspora potential in the post-COVID-19 pandemic recovery efforts. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless Nigeria.
All right, so here we go. It's definitely on to the next. We have a very, very special address from the chairperson, House Committee on Diaspora Matters, Honorable Tolulope Akande Shadikwe. You are welcome.
It is my singular honor and privilege to be on your meeting on this auspicious ceremony to herald the National Diaspora Day. We're here because we need to appreciate the role of Nigerians in diaspora, and we need to acknowledge the role of Nigerians in diaspora in mobilizing resources for national development. And on behalf of the 9th Assembly of the National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the House Committee on Diaspora under the leadership of Right Honorable Speaker, Mr. Femi Gbajabiamila, I thank the diaspora community. I thank the co-organizers for this event for ensuring that in the midst of the global pandemic, this important national event can still take place. This demonstrates how highly When you look at the number of participants that are online today, it's very, very impressive. And this demonstrates how highly we regard our fellow brothers and sisters in the diaspora.
The need for this yearly event can already be overemphasized in view of the immense contribution and immense potential of the Nigerians in diaspora. I also express our priority congratulations to the diaspora community and Nigerians in Diaspora Commission particularly for this 2020 National Diaspora Day. On our part, the committee is committed to supporting NIDCOM and its program because of our belief in your activities and the activities of NIDCOM as an organization, which are already impacting positively on the nation in the short period of the operations of NIDCOM. I wish you very fruitful and rewarding operation.
We will now prepare for these great messages that we'll be receiving now from Mr. President.
I congratulate Nigerians in diaspora as we celebrate the National Diaspora Day 2020. As you are aware, this date, July 25th of every year, has been set aside by the federal government of Nigeria to A, celebrate Nigerians in diaspora, estimated to be over 17 million in the Americas, Europe, Asia, Oceania, and Africa. B, to facilitate networking amongst the diaspora with the ministries, departments, and agencies, the government, the diaspora state focal point officers, and other private and civil society organization participants in the implementation of a practical framework for the effective engagement of the diaspora for national development. Let me, at this juncture, commend the enormous contribution of the Nigerians in diaspora to the socio-economic development of Nigeria. Over the past 3 years, Nigerians in the diaspora have brought in over 25 billion United States dollars annually as home remittances to the Nigerian economy through official and non-official channels. This is about 6% of our annual GDP and upwards of 80% of our annual budget. This has impacted our livelihoods of Nigerians in terms of education, health, housing, and estate development, industry, trade and investments, agriculture, and technology skills transfer. In terms of diaspora home remittances, Nigeria is rated as the #1 in sub-Saharan Africa, and this is still growing, especially with the advocacy and mobilization programs of the newly established Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. It is therefore my sincere hope that even with the depressed economy under stress in the year 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Nigerians in the diaspora would rise up to the occasion of not abandoning their country of origin, Nigeria, but to be active in our post-COVID-19 economic recovery efforts. My three-point agenda for the Nigerians in diaspora remains the same and particularly relevant at this auspicious occasion, and I wish to repeat them as follows. A, you are our ambassadors at large by your behavior and character in your host countries. B, whatever legitimate endeavor you choose, you must excel and be the best. C, do not forget home, Nigeria, by giving back and engaging in its development. In my several interactions with Nigerians in diaspora at town hall meetings, I have had in various countries of the world, I must say I have been impressed with the support and contribution of Nigerians in the diaspora to the socio-economic development of Nigeria. May I therefore congratulate all Nigerians in diaspora and those at home on the auspicious occasion of the celebration of the 2020 National Diaspora Day. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
gbé fún àgbàwo párò lọ lọ́hùn-ún gba ọdẹ ológun. Aha! Hello, how are you? All right, now I wait for diaspora and I get talk with this morning. No be you wey dey Bariga or wey dey Mushin or Makoko. Hold up. Yeah. Okay. Una see this link? Now for una wey dey for diaspora. Wey see the doubt whether Falu dey Nigeria. Hello, don't think about it. This link, it go carry you direct, go the place where we say it go help you choose which investment you want to do for Nigeria. Any investment, whether na waiting, whether na bank shares, whether na agriculture, whether na real estate, whether na stock exchange, any investment wey you want to do, make sure say you click am because anything fit happen for diaspora anytime and it go better say if you come Nigeria, you go get where you go relax and you get investment to fall back to. Hello, make sure say you click am because you wan say what? Wait there.
Hey, Oga. See, make I help you click the link.
Make to click wetin. When we say na Ambiolo primary school you go, you know here when I talk say na for people wey dey for diaspora. People wey dey for diaspora, what are they called? I know Ogbo Igbo Mokoko. They are called diasporans. Let me talk to my diasporans people. Make sure say you click this link. Oh yeah, to betterment your life. Because you won't say what the investment in your country in Nigeria is a forever life betterment. Thank you. You see the here. If you like say you don't get job for filling station, you see the here. Go. Look.
Oh, I'm speaking on this. Of course.
Our Diaspora Delight this week is
Masai Ujiri, the Nigerian who led Toronto Raptors to a historic NBA victory. Masai Ujiri, Raptors president of basketball operations, changed the face of the team when he brought the San Antonio Spurs' Kawhi Leonard, an NBA champion and a three-time NBA All-Star, to Toronto last summer. Ujiri was born in England on the 7th of July 1970 to a Nigerian father and a Kenyan mother. He was raised in Zaria, Kaduna State, until he moved to the United States to attend high school with an ambition of playing college basketball. He also promotes basketball development across Africa as director of the NBA's Basketball Without Borders program.
Proudly Nigerian.
Mr. Yuri, you know I'm going to start with you. What can we do and how can sports become that for us as Nigerians to be able to work together versus having our own little thing all over the place?
It starts by us just talking about it, the awareness, so a lot of the education, the information you give, as I talked about, a lot of us are not aware of how big sports is and how much sports unites people together. In Nigeria and in Africa, we have to pay attention to building facilities, right? And encouraging the youth development, more games in secondary schools and in primary schools. I challenge everybody, I challenge leaders, I challenge people all over the world, Nigerians, especially people listening now, is how are we giving the youth opportunity? Because encouraging young women, we have to encourage young women. We have to. They're so smart.
Dr. Yetunde, I want to bring you on. How can you as a professor begin to change the narrative about who we are as Nigerians and as Africans?
Our name is our identity. And I feel like that's one of the first things that goes when we try to assimilate in a country that although welcomes all cultures, but at the same time, it's how do we find that balance between the American dream and the background of coming from Nigeria? And sometimes we try to accommodate this American dream by really kind of giving a nickname or shortening our name or using our middle name because we feel as though it's easier for people to pronounce. I found myself doing that earlier on when I was in high school, but I realized that as I got older that my name was a form of my identification. It was showing you where I come from. It was a way of not only giving honor to my background, but also giving honor to my parents who came here many years ago. And as a professor, I teach imperialism. And one of the things about students is that, you know, my job is to bring the world to them. They may not have the opportunity to travel to another part of the world. They may never have the opportunity to maybe meet someone like me. But what I can do through my teaching is to let them know that, look, the world as we know it is uneven. Not everybody got a fresh start and not everybody got to, you know, to win the race when it started. But what happens is that there are historical contexts to the issues that we see in the world. And that being said, by being a Nigerian, first generation Nigerian American woman walking to a classroom filled with a lot of people who don't look like me. So when the semester's over and I have a few of the, you know, the Black students who come up to me and say, you know, this is my first time of having, you know, an African American woman as a professor. Representation does something. Same thing as Masai and everybody who's in these positions. When we are in a position, we represent our country. We represent our culture. And so when we excel and when we do good, we lift the whole nation with us. And that is our responsibility. And I'm happy to carry that responsibility proudly and forward.
We will be talking about leveraging diaspora for national development. And my panelists are Architect Musa Dangiwa, Mr. Victor Edozien, and Dr. Jonathan Obaje. Question to Architect Musa Dangiwa, the MD of Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. Could you please briefly tell us a little about the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria? I understand many of us in the diaspora, we are interested on what you have to offer to attract us back home.
As you quite well know, that Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria has been established to provide affordable mortgages to drive home ownership among Nigerians, particularly the low and medium income earners in Nigeria and the country. It is being done through the National Housing Fund. It's a scheme established by an act of the National Assembly to draw pool of funds from Nigerians, whether living in Nigeria or abroad, whereby the every Nigerian contribute 2.5% of their income into the National Housing Fund. It is from this pool of funds that the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria leverage on and then give affordable mortgages at simple interest rates and over a long term to Nigerians in order to own homes, to own their own houses.
There got to be the alignment from the stakeholders in Nigeria saying, okay, we have a need for stakeholder development. Those of us in the diaspora bring three things: capital, foreign capital, and expertise that may not be homegrown, that can be transformed, that can be brought back home. But more importantly, we bring an invaluable network of just our brand equity that is in these countries that we live in.
We need to train our youth, okay, to be in the new age, to be able to know how to do things using computers and all that. Number two, that means that curriculum in our schools need to change in the university. I would like to come back to Nigeria and transform the curriculum so that our educational system should be very relevant to the industries, okay? Now it is not. The third thing is very important is what we call cultural revolution. Cultural revolution because right now we need to restore our moral values in the youth.
If you are given opportunity to serve in reforming and building Nigeria, what would you start with? What exactly would you do?
Simple. You know what I will do? The next 3 years, I will start from people that are importing electronics or any material, cars to Nigeria, and I say, look, in the next 3 years, the number of cars that will be imported to Nigeria will depend on how many mechanics have been trained to repair Mercedes or Toyota. I tell you, Toyota will run down to Nigeria to start setting up schools where they can train our technicians. I will tell you how many AC, how many whatever we are going to import. That's number one. Number two is the youth get into any skill training center. We will pay you allowance every month, but you must learn something. You don't just go and say you are an electrician, you don't know how to handle anything in electrical. You don't go and repair somebody's tile or lay tiles in a house without going to the school. You don't go and become open a restaurant without going to a school. And without certification, you cannot do nothing.
But let me start by saying it's a great pleasure to address NIDCOM at the 2020 National Diaspora Day of Celebration. As a UK parliamentarian of Nigerian descent, the support from Nigerians both home and abroad is heartfelt and inspires me. And I endeavour to serve the good people of Edmonton who have re-elected me 3 times. My time in Parliament is well spent, both as a backbencher and as the chair of the all-party group for Nigeria. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I want you all to remember to stay safe, remain vigilant, and to look after yourselves in this unprecedented times when we're quite worried and concerned for our health.
To everybody in the diaspora, be a part of the solution from the bottom up. Find a charity, find a candidate, find an effort, find something that you can contribute to. And yes, continue to tweet, yes, continue to post, yes, continue to raise awareness. And thank you for having me here today. But yes, so the message to the diaspora is you are needed, you are important.
On behalf of Nigerian Diaspora Organization Europe, my congratulations Kennedy, thank you, congratulations to this group and the entire Nigerian Diaspora Organization for this special day, the National Diaspora Day 2020. Cut the cake.
We thank His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for his recognition and appreciation of all Nigerians in the diaspora and their contributions to national development. I want to thank all those that have made this day the success that it has been. Our sponsors, members of the National Assembly Committees on the Diaspora, His Excellency, the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Zubairu Dada, the Managing Director of the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. We want to also thank the staff of NIDCOM and especially the local organizing committee that has worked hard over the COVID-19 period to put up this particular program. We also like to appreciate all diaspora organizations that have participated to celebrate this great day. God bless all Nigerians in the diaspora. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
One love to all people in the diaspora. We'll take it gently. The only one I ever see is stars so bright. Hey, and just yesterday, came around my way. Came out in me with your astonishing beauty. Dr. Shehu, I see you. Yes, so Honorable Abikata, one love, man. African Queen, official. If your mouth is not too busy, follow me, see. You are my African Queen. Dr. Shehu, get up, fight. Take me where I never.